Adele with Fathom Realty here to go over step 6 of your purge. Step 5, remember, was to get some containers for trash and resale or donatable items and begin to purge your storage areas like your attic, garage, and basement. Just focus on one of those areas at a time. The biggest struggle is in deciding what to let go, and that struggle is real. Now, some say if it doesn't give you joy, get rid of it. Well, the shovel doesn't bring me joy, but I need it, so it stays. But if you are keeping items for their sentimental value alone, that philosophy can be useful. You know, those little cheap glass ducks that used to belong to your dearly departed aunt, do they really bring you joy? But for most items, what works best is to use time as your guide. If you haven't used it in the past year, typically it can go. Many of us have items we haven't used in a year, but we're holding on to them just in case we need them someday. And for those items, I use my 40-20 rule, meaning if you could replace it for less than $40 in less than 20 minutes, then, and who can't do that with today's online shopping, then it's time to get rid of it. Now the question is, what do we do with the items that we do keep? And this is where we get into some organization, which is where many of us struggle because it can be time consuming. My advice is if you are not planning on selling your home in the near future, you might need to spend some money on storage solutions. Often you can find sturdy shelving on Facebook Marketplace, and shelving or tall cabinets are key because the higher you go, the more you can store in a more neat fashion. Just make sure you can either bolt the shelving to the wall or that it's wide enough so that it doesn't tip over. Once you have your shelving in place, measure the height, width, and depth of the shelves, and then find appropriate containers that will fit the shelves and optimize the use of that space. It might help if the containers are clear so you can see what's in them, but if not, you can label them with a permanent marker. Sort like items into each container and leave the lids off so you can easily pull out the container and grab what you need. However, if you are moving within the next 6 months, you should skip getting shelves because you don't need more things to move, and instead just get stackable bins that you can label and stack with the ones holding your most used items on top. If you get sturdy plastic ones with covers and handles, you are ready for the movers to put them on the truck when the time comes, although you might just need to add some packing if there are any breakables inside the container. So dig deep, power on, get all your storage spaces decluttered and organized before moving into the rooms we use in the house, which I'll discuss next week. But first, in my next video, I will focus on those who are planning to move and what supplies they will need, or you will need. Till next time, love you all.